just the three of us, so we're missing everybody today, and I wasn't quite sure that that was happening. I've talked to everybody, and they said they'd be on, so we'll start with you guys, and then if people jump in, great. If not, it'll be probably a pretty short call with just the three of us. So I am recording, and I will send it out. Obviously, we're almost all the way through the program, but the expectation is that only one either seminar or collaboration is missed. So I'll have to go back and look at that. So hopefully, I did get a call from Lori, just so you know, Jennifer, because you know what she's going through. So I knew she was not going to be on. So that's good. So we're good to go. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. So I put this up there, and I'm actually going to put another picture up too during the call, and I'll ask you both about this, or whoever gets on the call, as we go through. But have you guys seen this yet, this Snap and Share, the latest one that we've done?
I have not.
Okay, so I didn't email it out because it was posted on the Southeast Facebook page, but I got thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? No one's mentioned it to me, so I am going to post it on our Facebook page this morning, and then I'm going to email it out to everybody today as well. And I encourage you to do the same, because we do these Snap and Shares, and this one was created because of Tim Brown. So after we did Tim Brown's webinar last week, this was a huge thing that he spoke to, that he loves to do the Skin So Soft bundles. He said they're really easy. He keeps them in his trunk. There was a picture. I don't know if you guys were on the webinar, but it was pretty fantastic about what he was talking about, how many people actually buy these from him. So you can do it any way you want, obviously. Like if they like the soft and sensual better, then do it with that. I mean, do it with whatever you have. But he says they're inexpensive too, because he uses just literature bags to utilize them. So is anybody doing this now? Do you guys all have a bundle, or have you been texting out the Snap and Share? We did one for Thanksgiving as well.
Yes, I love the bundles. I bundle everything. They're easy to move because we get them at such a great price. You know, we can make them holiday bundles, and stocking stuffers. I'm doing a lot with the stocking stuffers, the little lotions and lip balms and stuff. Breaking that kit up and selling them as giftings, stocking stuffers for businesses. Like I have a couple of hair salons that I've sold the stocking stuffers. Sold them $50, and I'll get them. I make enough for about 25 people. So literally, I get everything purchased and paid for, and I have great giftables. And then that makes other people want to buy those stocking stuffers.
Great. And that was Timothy's thing too, is he said, buy this stuff when it's on sale. Don't purchase it like when it's full price. He's like, I stock it because I get it when it's the best price for me, and then I make these. Now, one thing, we put the whole Skin So Soft line in here, but one thing that he mentioned in the webinar, did anybody remember about the hand cream? Because he actually said he puts Moisture Therapy hand cream in there, not necessarily the Skin So Soft hand cream, because he likes to give them another product that's not Skin So Soft. And if they're using Skin So Soft, then they're probably going to like Moisture Therapy, because they probably have drier skin. And especially this time of year, anybody can use Moisture Therapy, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys see that? If you didn't see it, there's a recording. And I believe I posted that one on the Bloom Facebook page. So please check it out, because truly, I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about Andrea's webinar today too, and see what you guys took away from that. And I hope everybody was able to join, because it was extremely powerful. I talked to a couple of you about it today, yesterday or the day before, so you're going to speak to it a little bit today for everybody. But I just wanted to put this up there as something for you guys to utilize, and then I'm going to ask you about something else later, but I want to get back to business at hand. So I'm going to have you guys start with the hot topic like we always do. We kind of got a little derailed today because I just thought this was really important, and it's so cute, and you can text it out to everybody. You can Facebook it out. You can email it out, and you can share it with your team to help build sales. So the hot topic this week is, what is your proudest moment as an Avon business leader? So as a leader, what's your proudest moment?
Mine was when Lori actually started making sales.
When Lori started what?
Well, Lori.
I know you're sick. I'm sorry.
Lori originally signed up just to purchase for her girls and herself.
Yep.
So when she called me and told me she had like over $200 in sales, I was really like, whoa, wow. And then it actually turned into a business enough that she quit her other business.
Yep, she just did that. And then she also made PC after how many campaigns of being with us?
Let's see, April, yeah.
Something
about
like
13
that,
or
right?
14.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. So amazing. So not only did she start the business thinking I'm just going to do it for my personal discount, right? But she was able to build it. And sometimes Lori has sales, obviously, if she did it within 14 campaigns. She has sales of over $1,000 per campaign on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah.
So, I mean, amazing. Woohoo! We love those moments, right? As a leader, fantastic. Good. Anybody else?
Okay, I'll go next. My sales aren't like Lori's, but my proudest moment is that ever since I've been in Avon, and that's 10 years, I've always made PC. So that was really good for me.
And that's so important as a leader, because as a leader, we have to make PC, right? In order to be able to duplicate and teach how to become President's Club to our downline. So being able to say, I make President's Club every year can really help influence others to also make President's Club. And then speaking to what the benefits are of that, right? So I love that, Patricia. Absolutely. Tammy, I saw you come off mute. How you feeling?
I'm feeling some better.
Okay, good. Everybody's getting the crud. Jennifer's got it now, so.
Yep.
We're virtually passing it around.
Okay, my proudest leader as a moment is when proudest moment as a leader, excuse me, I can't hardly talk either, it's went to my chest, is when any new rep, any of my reps get a new rep, and they get so excited.
Wonderful. Yeah, and it's as simple as that, right? It's the excitement and enthusiasm that we see from others. And you guys exude that as leaders, and that's why your people are so excited to also build their business and build their team.
I actually had one of my girls that hasn't, she hasn't been with us that long, and she called me yesterday. Excuse me.
Oh, poor thing.
She was all excited because she had gotten a new rep yesterday for her team, her very first recruit. And so she's really excited. I sent her my online calendar, and she's going to schedule a time for me and her to do some coaching because she's all excited.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
And she just came out of nowhere. It was not one that I really had seen a lot of action from. So I'm real excited to see her so on fire.
That's so great. I know. I love the ones where they're not on your radar, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? This is great. Good. Val, you want to chime in a little? I know you
Yes,
have a leader moment.
My proudest leader moment was when I titled way back when it was AUL, because that was a big deal, titling and being an advanced unit leader. It had such a great ring to it. Of course, I like bronze leader better. But, and I shared that with my entire team, and I let them know that they are the ones that made the advanced unit leader, because it was if it wasn't for my team, I would not be at that level. So we kind of celebrated it as a unit, because it was not me doing it, it was us doing it. So it was a wonderful, wonderful, proud moment. And, just really grateful for my team. And
that is so true. Yeah, I love that, because it wasn't just you that got there, right? It was all of them. They all got you there. And so as a team, you can celebrate that you got to AUL. And now as a team, you can celebrate that you're a bronze leader. So I love, I mean, it really is, truly, right? If you didn't have those team sales and you didn't have those people working hard and other people trying to get to a leader title, then, you wouldn't be where you are. Fantastic. So we did working the plan, right, these last couple weeks, and that's why we're kind of talking about your proudest leader moment, right? Because we want to celebrate all of those successes, whether it's big or small. We want to make sure we're celebrating not only for yourselves, but like Valerie said, with your team. So, if somebody brings on a new recruit and, you want to congratulate them, right? It's a proud moment for you as well. So you should share that with everybody on your team, right? So that's kind of why we do this hot topic during working the plan. But, working the plan was, and I'll just be really honest with you. We're all honest with each other here, right? It was a little challenging for all of you. So I love this module in that it really makes you go back and revamp and revisit those goals that you set, so many weeks ago. So, I just kind of want to open the forum. We'll talk really quick through it. I know a couple of you, we have to make up our one-on-one, so no worries. But I want to open it up to you guys to kind of know maybe what were some surprises that you found? What were some of the gaps that you found? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the gaps were pretty cohesive across the board with all of you. And we're going to talk about that as well and what we can do maybe to close some of those gaps. So if anybody wants to take the floor and, talk about working the plan and, what they found out, what the gaps were, what they're going to do going forward.
Well, I worked, I talked about it yesterday, and, surprisingly, C24 was full of, progress. So I titled in C24 Bronze Leader, oh my God, I exceeded my own personal sales goals, blah, blah, blah. Then 25, here comes holiday time, and here we have, some gaps. But to understand is that you kind of have to prepare for the gaps. That around this time, there's going to be some, changes. So you have to, look at the plan, analyze the areas where, can you, make some things up? Can you do some things differently so that you can close your gaps for those particular times of year? Because they come every year, same time. And you want to be prepared. What I tried to do was push the online, because I knew that a lot of people would be celebrating family time and stuff. So I sent out the promos for the website to all of my team. I said, push the online. The family is there, tell them to go online and order to get these deals: $20 free shipping, $65 free shipping, 20% off, and a free gift. So, that's the best you could do is push, the promos that Avon is doing for us. We really didn't have to think about it because they anticipated the same thing. They anticipated that people would be holiday shopping. So that's why they told us to push online. But, it is what it is.
Perfect. And since you said pushing online, I had this pulled up too, because I just wanted to make sure you all saw it, because I've been on Facebook this morning and there seems to be a lot of confusion around the 12 days of Christmas that we always do. And it did start today. So in case you didn't know or haven't seen it yet, here it is on the screen. The first deal the first of the 12 days. So you get a free bath oil today. The big size, it's the $20 value. I don't know what size it is. Does it say? Is it the 16 ounce? It doesn't.
Yeah, it only comes in one size. It's 16.
Oh, the Shea does. Yep. Okay. So it's the 16.9 or whatever. Okay, good. So did everybody see this?
Now, do we change our banner for this? Is automatically come up on our banner on our website?
It should automatically come up, and then just so you guys know, I don't know if you do this, and I would love to hear a yay or a nay from everybody, but are you on your mailing list, your email list, so that you can see what your customers are emailed?
Yes.
Yes.
Good, because I got this morning. It's not my, it doesn't come from mine. It comes from one of you guys. It's one of the representatives that I always get their e-store, but I got it this morning. It's also on Avon US representative page, and I just read on their page as well that there will be, it will be on your, available for your social media to be able to post. It will be available later this afternoon. So there will be social media posts for it today and ongoing. Okay. So I just want to make sure you saw it because it's so important, like Valerie said, to be prepared, right? And I'm a little shocked, I'm not going to lie, that there's so many comments that people didn't know that it started today. So I don't know if that's something on Avon. Maybe we didn't get people prepared this year. I'm not really sure. I don't know, but I just wanted to make sure that you saw it because this and the Snap-in chair can be business changers for you because a lot of what we saw in those gaps as we did working the plan this week, and it was across the board, especially in campaign 25, was team sales was not where we wanted it to be, right? It wasn't where we projected it to be. And personal sales pretty much was. Some of us fell short, I think, in 25 in personal sales as well. So that would help with that. And then average order size and activity. And all of this stuff will help with that as well, right? So this is all things that can help bridge those gaps. That's why I thought it was really important to share these today on the call.
Jessica?
Yes.
I had seen this, but originally when I saw the 12 days of deals, it originally said starting December 3rd.
Okay, somebody else posted that. I saw that they thought that, so okay. I didn't see that original that it said December 3rd, so that's why I knew it started today. But I really didn't even know it started today until yesterday, I think I saw it, that 12 days started today. So, okay. So I'll let them know if they ask me for feedback. I think it's something that we need to have the dates correct, obviously, and we need to be promoting it sooner than the day before. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thanks for feedback. Are you guys excited about this? Can we talk a little bit how you're going to leverage this in order to bridge the gaps for sales?
Well, I'm definitely going to pass all this on to my downline, but for me, I don't have but 2 people that order online.
Personally,
I mean, I let them know it up, but most of my customers don't even own computers.
yeah. And we talked about that, but there's still ways. I mean, you never know. You could get new customers, right, by putting it out there.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll put it out. I don't mean that. I mean, I just won't. As far as my regular customers, there's only 2 that I would suspect that would take advantage of this.
Okay, 2 is good. I'll take 2. Anybody else doing anything with this in order to increase customers and sales?
Yes, I'm gonna invite my messenger friends to send it to my messenger friends. I'm not really big on social media that well. I'm still learning, but I know people are on it all the time, so I'm posting it out.
I love that, Valerie. So how cool would it be to do like a 12-day little blast on Facebook Messenger? So starting today, right? Day 1, 12 days of deals, and every day you're posting it, right? So you got it today.
That's
Screaming loud and proud. It's starting today, and I'm going to be coming to you guys every day with a brand new deal. Because, hey, what if they take advantage of 3 or 4 of these deals? I mean, that'd be fantastic. What if they take advantage of one? Something's going to catch somebody's eye.
exactly. A wise man told me that don't worry about what you like or what you know.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to others and let them decide for themselves. So I just because I'm not a Facebook girl doesn't mean I don't know Facebook people. I'll just send it out to them.
Good. Exactly. Maybe this isn't your favorite product, but it could be somebody else's, and they're like, I want it for free. Good. Awesome. Anybody else want to talk about some of the gaps that you found? So overwhelmingly, it was adding the people to your team this time of year. So we fell short of that gap, and then everything else kind of falls after that, right? So since we didn't get the 3 recruits we wanted every campaign, we didn't make our projected team size, activity percentage, and orders, right? So what were some things that you guys decided to do as far as your call to action on that application guide in order to start to build your team back up? Because there were a couple different things that you guys talked about starting to do, either again or differently.
Okay, Jessica.
Yeah.
For my gap, I decided that I was going to start doing training on selling to my downline,
Mm-hmm.
because that was an area that we had a gap in. And then recruiting. Also, how to recruit. What do you do when you're trying to prospect and get someone on your team? So I thought about doing 2 trainings on training on recruiting and selling. And I don't know if these guys were on the going for the no,
Mm-hmm.
but that was an awesome thing. And I think Jessica put it out there that no is not always a bad thing. It's a learning. It gives you time to an opportunity to learn and to do something different. When somebody says no, it's not so bad that they said no, but why did they say no? So don't take it personally, but to grow from the no that you got. So that's what I got.
Good. So yeah, and Patricia talked about setting goals with her downline as well to, maybe doing 5 by 5, or are they doing things like that, because a lot of it is just the inconsistency, right? The reason why the recruits aren't coming in is because we're not consistently speaking to those people. We're not consistently trying to build our team. Or we talked a little bit about, too, leading with the brochure. So changing the way that we're going about talking to people, not leading with the brochure, but leading with the opportunity. And then the brochure can be your backup for a no, right? So if they say no to the opportunity, then I'm going to get them as a customer. They say no to getting them as a customer, then I'm going to ask if I can follow up with them in a few weeks, kind of like Andrea Waltz said in Go For Now. So if you can, and then if they say no again, then you know that they're not right for probably this organization, or they're not right, for this. But she said more likely than not, they will say yes to at least a follow-up in a couple weeks. So can I follow up with you a couple weeks and see if anything changed? I'll also have a new brochure by then. Maybe there'll be something else that you like then. And more likely than not, they're going to say yes to that. Did you guys all get to hear that? Because if you didn't, I have to tell you, I cannot stress enough to go back and listen to it, go back and watch it. I thought Timothy and oh my gosh, now I can't think of her name. The girl who went before Timothy. I thought the two of them were extremely powerful, and then I listened to Andrea, and I'm like, this is just absolutely fantastic. We kind of can bring everything together that Timothy and the other woman talked about and utilize it based on what Andrea is telling us to do. So I can't wait to read our books. I've never read Go for No. I've always sold with that mentality, but I'm excited. Like, I can't wait to read it, and I definitely can't wait to read her new book for network marketing, because I think that definitely applies to our business. So it'll be really good. I cannot wait. Did everybody get to listen to her?
I didn't.
Yes.
Yes, I heard that's the nose, right?
Yeah, Go for No. Yep. I know you did, and I know Patricia couldn't even wait to tell me. Like, we literally had our conversation yesterday, and she's like, I just have to tell you about the Go for No quick before that. I mean, so fired up. So use that. I mean, her one thing too was like, I'm going to make sure that I send this link out to everybody on my team, because if they didn't listen to this, they need to, because this is such a powerful message, right, Patricia? And we talked about how easy it is. Right? It's an easy thing to start to utilize in your everyday life. It's something small that you can change to make a big impact, a big difference.
Yes, and then also it made you think about, why did you come into this business? Yeah, so that, that was a big thing for me. Like, okay, I know why I came in. So why am I, the little things, going back to the little things, like going back to maybe somebody was on your team and they left your team. Go back and ask them again, to come back on your team. Just little things that we used to do in the past. So I think that was the biggie for me, going back to things in the past.
Good, yeah.
That's interesting that you say that, Patricia, because Jessica, I was talking about that, the things that we used to do still work. So yes, going back to the past and remembering the things that used to work, product knowledge training, meetings, group sessions, those things still work.
Yeah. It's so true, and both of you wanted to implement that. So Valerie and Patricia both talked about the trainings and going back to that. And we said, even if it's 3 people, 3 people show up, that's 3 people that maybe you couldn't have got otherwise. And maybe you can do the same training virtually too. Or maybe you can stream the training. And that way you've got some people in person and you've got some people you can just send the link out, or you can be on Facebook Live or whatever, works for you. But that way you're hitting all the different types of people that are in your team and on your downline that like different ways of learning. So whether it's face to face or, they just want to really quick watch a video, you're hitting every aspect of that.
Jessica, are both those recordings on our Southeastern page?
Go for No is not there yet. I had the recording, but we just received, if you registered for it, you always get the recording the next day. So it is not there yet. I can post it, but I will also when I email you guys, I'll email it out to you so you have the Go for No. Every other one is on there though, the recording.
Okay.
It's
I was going to say, when you do her, could you do Timothy Brown one? Email that one to me too, because I didn't see that one on the page.
Maybe it's not there. I posted 3 of them, but I can't remember which 3 they were.
I ended up missing one.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, they're just so amazing. It's amazing little tools. The thing I love about them too is they're not like Andrea's was a little longer. I think we went like 38 minutes, but for the most part, we're like trying to stay right at 30 minutes. So it's quick for you guys because there's so many different webinars and we know that. We just want it to be something super fundamental that everybody can do. So I know Nicole's on the phone and she can't talk. She's just listening today, but she's actually our presenter for Tuesday. So please, please, please tune in to support Nicole, and not only support her, but also hear fundamental, very easy ways to utilize social media. So especially for you guys that said, I don't use it too much, I'm not that great at it, she's going to tell you ways that you can do it and you can keep it consistent, but in a very simplified form. So she's not going to go into a whole bunch of stuff that she does, with Instagram and all this other stuff that she's doing, like blogging, but she's going to keep it really simple so that you guys can all duplicate it. Okay. So it'll be a really good one on Tuesday at 7. So, and we'll be getting that out to you guys. Gosh, is it Thursday already? We should be posting it today. So by today or tomorrow morning. So good. Any other gaps you guys want to talk about and maybe brainstorm with the team while we have each other on here today of some gaps that you had that you were maybe not, I don't want to use the word surprised or shocked, but that you were kind of like bummed out about. You're like, man, I tried really hard to close that gap and it still was there and it was a lot and I need some help. I need to talk to the team and figure out what I can do.
Yeah, like I was so surprised that I lost 2 people.
Yeah. It was like, she goes, my team size went down. I was like, why are you surprised? So it shouldn't be a shock to you. And then after Valerie processed it, she said, I'm really not surprised because it's 2 people that I reached out to and I never heard back from them. So she did do her action alert items, right? But they still fell off. So it's something, and this is something that by looking at the business on the daily, you'll start to realize, because if they're still there, the only way, right, for it to be flat and not lose somebody is to bring new people on. So whether that means converting a pending, bringing back, like Patricia and Valerie both said, bringing back a reinstatement, so if you know those 2 people are going to fall off and you don't want that team size to go down, those, when I think about it, those are the 2 things that I can think to do. But do you guys have any other ideas?
You said besides recruiting?
Yeah, and recruiting, to me, it would be really hard, and I'm not saying it's not impossible. It would be really hard within that campaign to recruit and have somebody place an order. They would have to basically place an order within like a week or less in most accounts. So it would either have to be working your pendings, working with somebody who you're bringing on and getting them to place an order immediately, which if we're doing the Southeast Success Plan, which Patricia and I talked about a lot yesterday too, if we're doing the Southeast Success Plan, then we're probably doing that, right? And then reinstatements, which Valerie, I know you're working on quite a lot too, is those reinstates. So, I mean, I can't think of anything else. If you guys can, please chime in. I shouldn't have stole your thunder.
Jessica.
Yes.
Jessica.
Yes.
I would say to that, like, we don't always look at our information, not like on a daily basis, being honest, that maybe those 2 people didn't realize that they were getting ready to fall off. And if we're relying on them seeing it out there on their page, they probably didn't. So I would take another step and make a phone call, because sometimes when you're talking to people, it's a lot easier because you get feedback right then, what they're saying, and then you give in your information. So I'm thinking talking to them may help bring them, keep them on if they haven't already fallen off. And if they fell off, they may not even know that they've fallen off. Just give them a phone call.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's obviously your first step, is looking at your action alerts. And if you have people that are past due 2 or 3 and inactive 4, I would start with 4 because then 5, it's getting scary, right? So looking at those people, yes, is how you leverage your removals. Now, again, with planning, you may need to have a system for that, right? So it might be, Valerie, I don't know, and if you want to chime in and tell us, I mean, be honest with us, you know, did you call the 2 people or did you text? How did you go about it?
Well, one of them I called because I hadn't heard from her in a while.
Okay.
But I remembered I was able to talk to her on the phone. But
Okay.
I did wind up texting her as well.
Okay, good. Good. So yeah, that would be what I would say is, hey, you know, I would call first, obviously, and then maybe like 3 days later, follow up with a text, and then maybe like right before the campaign closes out. So whatever that means to you, I would think maybe the Monday before, just maybe another quick phone call, like, hey, are you okay? I'm really concerned. I just saw, you know, especially with the one you talked to, you know, we talked last week and, you know, you said you wanted to put in an order. I just want to make sure that you don't fall off. Is there anything I can do to help you? I'd love to brainstorm with you, or I'd love to come up with a plan of action. Please call me back, or maybe you get them. But having that plan of action with those people too, yeah. And then to Patricia's point, if they do fall off, right, they have a year to come back. So whether they have a balance, they can do some things that you can help them with, right? Kind of become like a helper and earn some money to pay back their balance and then come back and place an order. Or you might just give them a call the next campaign and be like, hey, you know, you can still place your order, and they'll become a reinstatement. So they'll come right back. And that happens all the time. And you guys probably have people that do that every 6 campaigns. They fall off and then they come back the next campaign. There's probably a few people you can think of that do that. Good. That's a huge one though. I mean, and I thank you, Valerie, for being open with us and sharing that, because it is a huge one right now. And, you know, nobody wants to lose their team. So you have to be prepared and have a plan on how you're not going to lose people. So really good. Awesome.
Yes, I was crying. I was crying real tears.
Oh, no. Don't cry. There's no reason to cry. I have faith in you. You will get them back. So if you continue to reach out, they will come back, I'm sure. Or again, just, you know, amp up those prospecting efforts like we've talked about and start making those phone calls and reaching out to old leads and things like that. And then, you know, you don't have to worry about them coming back because you'll be building so much more new people. You'll have so many people coming on.
Yeah, that's true. That's the more accurate part. I was just kidding when I said crying, but what it does is action plan. Okay, so now let's, you know, put some of these things, these skills that we're learning into play.
And that's true.
Also, what about maybe Avon wasn't for them after they tried it out, but maybe ask for referrals, because there's people out there that they may know that need some extra money. So say, can you give me some referrals? You know.
Great. So do you know anybody else who you think would benefit from this or be really great at this? I would love to reach out to them. Yeah, why not? Give it a shot. Anybody you talk to, always ask for a referral. That's a great piece of going for no, too. If they say no, ask for a referral, right? Good. So anything else?
Well, Patricia, sorry, I was just commending Patricia. She was listening to the lady with the go for no's. That was good. Good answer. Good comeback.
Yeah, she really was. I mean, Patricia really, 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 really enjoyed that. And she said it's a game changer for her. It's nothing that she hadn't heard before, but she said it's something that made her realize that she really needs to get re-engaged and really start reinforcing those fundamental things that we do again, and then utilizing that with her downline. So that was, I mean, a huge takeaway. So good. Good. Well, perfect. Well, guys, I am good if you are good. Are you guys ready to cry again? Because we're almost done with the program.
Oh no, we're not. Oh gosh, no. This was really a great program, a great blessing and a refresher, because it's a lot of times it's not that we don't know, it's application and organization and putting it all together. So thank you, Jessica.
Well, you can thank each other on Monday too. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Did you want to say something, Tammy?
I was just asking, how many actual meetings do we have together as a group?
How many meetings do we have left? We have one.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
So just Monday.
It came quickly, didn't it?
It sure did. I know, and the thing is, we're talking about revamping the program a little bit and maybe shortening it so it could possibly even go faster.
When I originally did it in the pilot, we did all of this in 7 weeks, and it was really fast.
Yeah. So I know for you, Tammy, that was one thing that your feedback was it was almost too fast the first time. So we're trying to just find a happy medium.
It was too fast. I couldn't take it.
You have a bad connection. I don't know. I can't hear you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It could just be.
No, it's your phone. Or your computer. I don't know what it is. It sounds like it's underwater or you're underwater.
No, that's probably me. That's how I sound.
Oh. Well, good guys. Yeah, so one more on Monday. So Monday at 11, I will send you a couple things. The only thing that you're going to get from me is it's just basically it's an app guide, but it's pretty much what it is just kind of almost like a survey. It's almost like a wrap up for you to see, like what you learned, what are you going to implement. You can get it to me at any time. It's not a big deal as long as I get it, within the next couple weeks. It's fine. And then the biggest thing, all of you that I had one-on-ones with, we already talked about this, but is start to think about, and I'll say it again on Monday because by next week I'm going to want to know. Think about what you want our relationship to be going forward. So some of you have already told me I want to talk to you once a month, but can I have an hour? Absolutely. I don't do anything more than biweekly, so once a campaign. If it's once a campaign, it's usually 30 minutes. And I just ask that you have an agenda. So and we can talk about that together. It's nothing you have to come up with on your own by any means. But, if you're starting to coach and you have a couple people you're coaching, we can speak to the coaching process. If you need more help with planning and time management, we can talk about that. So it's really just dependent on your competency needs. Remember, we did those competencies. And I'll have a better idea of what you're still feeling like you're struggling with because it's part of the wrap-up application guide is going back through those competencies and seeing what you still feel like you might be challenged or inconsistent with. And that kind of would help us gear, what our conversations are going forward. Listen, and just so you know this is strictly voluntary. So if you don't want to talk to me anymore, that's okay. But I'm here for you guys. I'm here for accountability. You guys all now have a relationship with each other. And then after Monday, I will put you into the alumni Facebook group. So I'll switch you right over. You'll go into the alumni Facebook group. I think there's about 30 people in there so far that have graduated the program in our areas. So you'll have them as well to kind of feed off of. So anything I'm posting in your group, I post in their group. And a lot of times, like if there's events, they'll ask you if you can do an event. I mean, they'll go to that group. So Good. Any questions? Okay, well, we are good. I recorded this, so the couple people that weren't on, I will send it out to. And then I will also get you guys emailed out today, everything for Monday, as well as those, I'll send those links so you guys can watch the webinars. And then I'm going to send out that Snap and Share as well. I'm going to email it. So feel free to share that with everybody. That Snap and Share with the Skin So Soft, okay? Perfect. Well, great. All right. Well, have a good weekend. Have a good rest of the week and a nice weekend. And I will talk to all of you on Monday, if not before, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.